To contribute to the community, our class held Green Day sessions where we worked together to improve the Eco Garden. From improving the space so that it can be a pleasant area to hang out in, to planting trees and crops that can be used by the community, the Green Day sessions helped us students to appreciate the environment better and taught us skills that can be used to benefit the community. The first Green Day session was held on November 14, 2022. For others, it was their first time to be on campus and have a face-to-face class. It was exciting to see my classmates whom I had only met through Zoom class before. It was also pleasant to visit the area, which was very wide, green, and had fresh air. Our agenda for the day was to plant seedlings in the plastic container we had prepared beforehand. During the activity, we were given the opportunity to prepare the soil. We had to get our hands dirty, which was somewhat fun. We sifted the soil to remove the large rocks and stones. We also mixed the healthy soil, which has compost and even had worms and other beneficial organisms. After preparing the soil, we then placed them in the plastic container. Then, we planted the seedlings in the plastic container with the prepared soil. After planting the seedlings, we then placed them in our respective tires. After that, we then watered the seedlings. Due to the pandemic, I haven't been out much in the sun, so the first Green Day was a bit tiring, but it was still very fulfilling. Here is a picture of the class after our first Green Day session. The second Green Day session was held on November 21, 2022. On this day, we worked on the pathway of the garden. We mixed sand, cement, and water to make the concrete mix for the pathway. We learned the proper technique of creating cement mix, such as what is the correct ratio and how to achieve the right consistency. On this day, our arms got a workout, but it was a great experience nonetheless. I have not dealt with cement before, but it was satisfying to even it out, and it was like frosting a cake in a way. Here is a video of me placing cement to even out the sides of the walkway. For the third Green Day, I was unable to attend the original day set, which was on November 28, 2022, due to an exam. So, I attended the makeup session, which was on December 3, 2022. Since it was a makeup session, there were only a few of us, but I believe we had a lot of things accomplished. Some of us were tasked to make the outside classroom safer by removing big rocks, stones, or debris that could cause the students to trip. We also removed some trash, such as plastics that were littered. There were a lot of rocks, so I wasn't sure if we managed to remove all of the hazardous ones, but I felt that the area was much cleaner and somewhat safer afterward. Other students were also tasked with removing the nails of certain pieces of wood. I was also tasked with sandpapering the wood for the fence, which I liked because it was satisfying to see and feel the smooth edges of the wood. All in all, it was a productive session and I could see the improvement in the outdoor classroom. The fourth Green Day session was held on December 5, 2022. On this day, we planted kamote and banana. There were a lot of kamote to be planted and my classmates struggled a bit to dig a hole in the ground. I also remember that the banana we planted was heavy and I remember that the NSTP directors and other professors also dropped by. We held our fifth Green Day session on December 19, 2022. On this day, we worked on making the fence for the chickens. I found this activity very fun and interesting because I first used a rock as a hammer to stick the wood to the ground. Using a hammer made the task much easier, but using the rock was a unique experience. We also used branches or stalks as fence views. Overall, the day was fun because I got to learn new skills such as a better use of a hammer, and I got to talk with my classmates and professor. Overall, the Green Day sessions provided me with opportunities to do activities that I wouldn't be able to do elsewhere. I gained a lot of practical knowledge and I was able to get to know my classmates and professor better. I was able to appreciate the environment better and I am happy that the community will benefit from our task. It was also very fulfilling to see the progress of our outdoor classroom and I look forward to its future development.